Today we're going to talk about how to turn your LinkedIn DM into a book call. And it's a lot simpler than you think. It's easy to do. You can do it from anywhere. I do it from the front seat of my truck when I'm in my truck. This week I'm on vacation in a beautiful Martha's Vineyard. You can do it when you're on vacation. So, or you can take the vacation, but I got work to do. So I'm doing both this week. But anyway, let's get back to how to turn a LinkedIn DM into a book call. First, the goal. So, you're already having the conversation in the DMs. So once you start figuring out, when you're going back and forth and you're having that conversation, you figure out if I could be more helpful, does this need a more focused setting, which is the call? And so you could be truly effective and actually get on a call with someone. And because the DM is for the discovery, that's to start the discovery, and the actual call is for the diagnosis. So once you're going back and forth in the DM and you're having that conversation and you're figuring out, okay, can I, really help this person? Can I really be helpful? Then that's when it needs to move from DM to booked to a call so you can get on and really speak to them and really see what the issue is and move further into helping them and to see if that is your actual client. So that's the first thing. That's the goal after you're going back and forth and you're figuring out, in order for me to be more helpful, I need to get on the call. The second thing is to identify the triggers. In the conversation, they're going to be telling you, saying things like, I'm frustrated with this. I'm tired of this. I'm thinking about what my next move is. I'm thinking about what the next chapter is in my life. I'm thinking about how to put my skills together, or I need to learn this skill. You have to, listen for the trigger and identify, the pain points. And that's all done on the call once you move into, the actual call. But you have to listen for those magic words. So then you can see if you're able to help that client on that call by just listening. You're going to listen 80% of the time and talk 20%. So just once you get them on that call and you listen to what the problem is, you'll know if you can truly help that person. And you'll offer your services after, you've gone through, they've told you what the problem is. And then you say, okay, I can help you with this and this is why. So, but that starts by just listening for those words, listening for those triggers. If you're talking more than they're talking, you probably are not going to, you're probably not going to get those answers that you need. So let them talk and let them express themselves and let them tell you what the problem is. So just listen for those trigger words. So that's number 2. Number 3 is, you have to have the help first in your mind. You're going to also, once you help, have the mindset of, I'm going to help them first, not myself. I'm going to help them. I need to help you first, because once you help your client first, that's what's going to ultimately help you. Don't go into it thinking about what you need to do, how many calls you need to, how many clients you need to book, this month or anything like that. You're going to go into it with the right mindset of helping them first. Once you help someone else first, that in turns flows back to you. But you got to go into it with thinking about helping them before you help yourself. So one way to do that too is, reflect back what they're saying to you. Once they tell you all their issues and you're truly listening, say, okay, what I'm hearing is you have this problem, and this is, if you have this problem and you need help with this specific problem, and if I can help you with this, what would that mean for you? Think about your client needs first, help them to realize what their need is and how you can help them get to that need or take care of that need or that problem that they're having. So that's number 3. You have to just think differently about how, how you're going to help, how you're needed. And they need you first before they need your help first in order for you to get to whatever, your goal is. So that's number 3. Number 4 is, let's call the CEO move. Once you decide I'm going to ask them to get on the call with me, people are busy. So once you say, put the, invitation out there that, do you think, I can help you this way. So we can get on a 15-minute, 20-minute call and I'll explain more. We can go, deeper into talking about what you need. And once they say yes to that and you offer the invitation and they say yes, then don't just send your calendar link because people are so busy and they might, you want to take the pressure off of them. They don't want to go look and figure out if I can do it this day, this day, this day. You want to just say, extend a couple options for them. So it takes a little bit of the pressure off of them. Because just think about it, when someone sends me a calendar link, I may or may not go look at that calendar right now because I'm probably doing something else. So, but if they say, are you free Tuesday at 5:00? Then I'll be like, yes, I am free Tuesday at 5:00. Book that time. You give them the options. You take away all that extra things, the extra steps that they have to do on their end, and you're going to get that call booked faster if you say, I have Tuesday at 11 a.m. I have Thursday at 5 p.m. Would one of these days work for you? And usually, in my experience of doing that, one of those days do work. Sometimes they'll say no, so you'll have to go back and just say, okay, what's the best day and time for you? And once they do that, then you go and book the call and send them the link. And so it's booked. You don't put the pressure on them to do it, because they may or may not. They may or may not do it. But if you take the pressure off of them and just do it yourself and go out there and book the call yourself, then it's booked. You say, great, what's the best email to send this to? And you go out there and do it yourself and send them the link. And you say, call is booked for 5 p.m. Thursday. Looking forward to a great call. And then you send them a reminder too, 24 hours. Well, most of the time they will get a reminder, but some people will miss it because it may go into their spam. It may not say your actual name. Like on my Zoom, it says the name of the call. So one person told me they didn't see the reminder, but I sent them 24 hours prior. I sent them a reminder through DM. Remind them about my call. And then that way it'll be on top of mind for them if you're booking next week and they got a full schedule until next week. You want to make sure to take the steps to get them on that actual call. So that's number 4. Number 5, manifestation of the yes. Before you even extend the invitation, you see them saying yes to it. You see them answering yes. You see them seeing them actually getting on that call. You see them. You envisioning them actual talking to them. You envision of you actually being able to help them. This is what I do before every time I even offer to get on a call with someone. Every time before I even ask them, send the invitation, the calendar invitation. I am manifesting this for myself of how it's going to go. And I'm big on manifestations. Everybody ain't, but this is my method. This is the way I do it. And because it helps me to believe, it helps me to prepare, it helps me to see how things are going to go. And that's my way of doing it. So that's my advice to you. You could try it. Try these 5 steps. After you get the DM, the conversation DM conversation going. And if you're not sure how to do that, look at my previous video. But after you get those conversations going and you're ready to take it further into an actual call, because that's where you're going to get your clients. That's where you're going to start actually booking your clients. It's a process. It's steps to it. You may get some clients that are ready and they don't need to go through the steps. But majority of your clients, you're going to have to go through those steps. You're going to have to build that rapport. You're going to have to keep building on each step. Once you get to this step, okay, now it's time for the next step. So this is how you do it. And this is how you get those DMs, turn those DMs into a book call where you're getting closer to booking the client that actually needs your help. So let me know in the comments what you guys are going to do, how you're going to do it. Try this out, try it out, see how it works, and then come back and let me know how it went. And that's all for this video, guys. Remember, you have to be intentional. So set the intent, expect to receive, and look and believe in the abundance. And if you don't know how to get your first client on LinkedIn, I created the first client checklist. It's a free tool. So download that checklist, work through those steps. Make sure when you download it, go through it in the first 48 hours. It's about action. Okay? You have to take the action. So download that tool and be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.